Supreme Court is ruling on a Mississippi law that could change how states handle abortions and potentially overturn Roe versus Wade. Opening arguments for the case were heard last week. News 10's Caitlin Hunt is live in our newsroom. She explains how it could impact people across the country. Caitlin.
Yes, last week the Supreme Court heard arguments in a Mississippi abortion case. Now, depending on how the justices rule, this could overturn a big precedent and change abortion laws across the country. The Mississippi law prohibits abortion after 15 weeks into pregnancy, but a lawsuit claims this goes against the current Supreme Court precedent of right to abortion till 24 weeks. I spoke with Indiana University Public and Environmental Affairs professor Beth Kate. She says this case is meant to challenge the Supreme Court with two parts of abortion laws.
To challenge, if not Roe itself, and seeking to overturn the constitutional right of abortion, it is at least seeking to challenge whether viability remains a point before which states may not ban abortion.
Roe versus Wade and Casey were historic cases for women's rights. These cases declared it was a woman's constitutional right to have access to an abortion. Kate says the Supreme Court could decide to overturn Roe versus Wade, reestablish the viability law, or uphold previous rulings. Based on judges' previous statements, Kate has a prediction on how the Supreme Court could vote.
It would suggest to me that we probably have 5 votes to strike down Roe altogether. And I don't think the Chief Justice is one of those 5 votes, but I think that he would be prepared to uphold the Mississippi law.
If the Supreme Court were to overrule Roe versus Wade, then states would have the right to ban abortions. If only the Mississippi law is upheld, justices could rework the standard of obtaining the procedure. But Kate says this ruling is about more than just abortion rights. She says this ruling could also affect the reputation of the Supreme Court.
Part of the debate at the Supreme Court is whether the court should continue to uphold Roe and Casey because they are precedents and because it is so important in our legal system to rely on precedent and to not overturn it easily.
And Kate tells me there could be some big changes if these precedents are overturned. Coming up at 6, I'll share what Kate believes could happen to abortion rights in Indiana if Roe is overturned. Reporting live in the newsroom, Caitlin Hunt, News 10.